From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
Crypto Night returns here on LA with big updates about your cryptocurrency, the top coins to purchase in 2021, and what happened to this cryptocurrency market this morning and this afternoon, Sunday. Earlier on Crypto's Mornings, I revealed to you that the market downturn was far from over, that we're still searching for the bottom after two market crashes of the cryptocurrency industry. But are we at the bottom as the market seems to be turning slightly a little bit more positive this afternoon? I'll go over all the details, how you need to know where the bottom is and how you need to know when to get in and when not to buy. We'll also go over the top coins across the board and understand why the market continues to see weakness across the coins. This is Crypto Night. Thank you for joining me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is LA, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 3 shows per day on cryptocurrency, 400,000 subscribers in 1 year, a YouTube record. Next stop, 1 million. So subscribe. Share these videos on Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram. Tell people to come on over. And also like this video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Well, when we go to cryptocurrency, it's important to understand that we're enduring not one, not two, but potentially more than 2 cryptocurrency crashes. Let's go over where we are going into Sunday evening. We had a cryptocurrency crash earlier this week that was caused by the People's Republic of China. That announcement was released 4 to 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Los Angeles. And that initial release from the People's Republic of China said that they were banning institutions in China from engaging in any type of cryptocurrency or crypto-related businesses. But they also said that individual consumers, residents of China, could continue to buy and sell. Then, immediately, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all the altcoins fell dramatically. At that point, I gave viewers 2 warning signals as to when to not come back into the markets. Namely, 1, if Bitcoin remains under 35,000, or 2, Ethereum stays under 2,500. I said that if those 2 benchmarks still remain in place, then the market could get worse, at least 10% lower, before we get better. And needless to say, it happened again. Less than 48 hours later, then the crypto news hit again, as China came in with yet a more shocking and more substantive announcement. This announcement from the People's Republic of China said that it was banning any banning any mining in the People's Republic of China for Bitcoin. And it said it was going to take new precautions thereafter to protect its citizens. As the second sentence, very vague, not particularly clear what was going to happen with the second sentence. But the first sentence was the most troubling of all the statements by the People's Republic that week. Namely, that mining of Bitcoin would be banned. Could the next be the banning of all cryptocurrency in China altogether? What's important to understand is that a lot of the mining of the coins across the land are done in China. And that banishment of mining of cryptocurrency leader, Bitcoin, is very troubling news. And could China next ban all mining of all coins in their territory? That could really take the market down. And that substantive news was so unpredictable, a risk you really cannot assess, and certainly not in U.S. territories. You could not assess that risk, that we didn't know how low the market could go. Coming out of that news announcement that came again 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., I also told viewers again, don't make any purchases if you see either Bitcoin under 35,000 or Ethereum under 2,500. And then I also informed you that what we've seen over the last 2 weeks is the following trend line from Friday to Sundays. Friday starts to trend up at the end of the day. And then Saturday, from Saturday morning to about 11 a.m., has the biggest gains of the entire week. We reached the highest point of the week the last 2 weeks on the first half of the Saturday mornings. From about sunrise to about 11 a.m. Saturday morning, that is generally when you see the highest price point of all the coins during the week. And that when you reach to Saturday noontime, we start to downtrend all the way into Monday. There is sometimes usually a pop to the uptick around 3 or 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. And then Mondays are usually up days. So guess what happened? We saw enormous surprises Sunday morning as we didn't get the type of push upward on Saturday that was expected. The markets were up slightly on Saturday morning, but not a lot. And then as Saturday afternoon came in, the floor emptied out. some coins never seem to regain their initial position from before crash number one. And that by end of Sunday, they were below crash number one and crash number two's levels. In fact, how low were coins throughout parts of today? Many coins throughout parts of today were at their lowest levels of nearly 3 months. Here's what you need to know, is that if you're looking at a respective coin, you need to look at how the coin went up the hill before it started to come down the hill. A lot of coins, if you're using this as a reference point of where a coin started to go up the hill, a lot of the coins were nearly at 85% downhill from where they started at, nearly the starting point of their ride uphill. And those starting points were sometimes April benchmarks, sometimes May, March, and sometimes February. Some coins had literally lost all their value in not only 3 months, but actually 5 months. And so with that, the messaging remained clear. If Ethereum stayed under 2,500, if Bitcoin remained under 35,000, not a particularly good place to come in because we may not see the current market bottom. And after morning's LALATE, it actually got worse. So Ethereum had pulled down even further, went as low as approximately 1,700 earlier on Sunday. Before gaining traction, Bitcoin went down quite low. I think it was at 33,000 on Sunday before gaining some traction. So now tonight, as coins are trading up on a Sunday evening, as expected, because they usually start to pick up speed on Sunday evening, and usually have good Mondays, what should you need to know? First, I still believe that we are not still at the, we're still not at the bottom. Currently, Bitcoin is trading at 34,000. Ethereum is at 2,000 at the time of this recording, which is 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let's jump into some charts and look at see where the movements have been. In this recording, we're going to go over what has happened in the last 48 hours, what is happening right now. I'll also go over what coins you should be tracking and stalking, how you need to understand where the ebbs and highs and lows were on coins, understanding the difference between a dip and a slide, and understanding how to find the bottom on your respective coin of your focus. So let's jump into some charts right off the bat and start with this one. There's Bitcoin. So you see Bitcoin's movement currently throughout the day. It was down to it's currently at 34,000, but Bitcoin has had a tough day. How low has Bitcoin gotten today? Well, Bitcoin at one point, let's pull up the one-day chart. In the one-day chart, Bitcoin got as low as 31,000 today. And that's not particularly good. I'll explain more in a second why this Bitcoin chart is very troubling. But I'll give you a preview. Bitcoin is currently now losing value on the year 2021. Bitcoin is now a negative position coin, not providing any profits to investors in the year 2021. That's not particularly a good message for the cryptocurrency industry. Let's go to Ethereum next in the charts. Ethereum today went as low as 1,700 before now trading up. It is currently at 2,000. So Ethereum is trying to regain its footing. But here's what you need to know about Ethereum. Ethereum has had a 3 to 10% down day, literally every single day for 2 weeks. And yes, it does trade up and then it trades back down. But if Ethereum continues a downturn of 3 to 7% every single day, we could be at 1,500. We may not be at the bottom with Ethereum. But the improvement tonight is promising currently. And let's look at some other charts we have before we jump into the respective markets. So there's Dogecoin. Dogecoin really got bad today. And Dogecoin continues to struggle. It is down 10% today, 37% overall. How low did Dogecoin get today? Dogecoin today got as low as 25 cents at the time of this recording. So Dogecoin really took a very bad hit. It is currently at 31 cents. And finally, let's look at some other charts like Polygon and Synthetic. Here's Polygon. Here's Synthetic first. Synthetic has really taken a hit at the same time as Doge, and there's Polygon. Polygon has had a very difficult 24 hours. But what's important to understand with each of these coins, each of them is acting a little bit differently coming out of this second crash. Now, needless to say, I got to tell you, social media, even YouTuber channels, They keep on using the word dip. I'm buying on the dip. These are not dips, folks. These are slides. This is a slide, not a dip. An example of a chart before the crash. People refer to this all day long as a dip. It's not a dip, it's a slide. This is a dip, where a coin drops for just a short period of time and then regains traction. So let's now turn to which coins that I suggest you to track and stalk and understand before getting back into the market. I like Polygon, I like Cardano, I like KUSAMA, I like Aave. I also like Shiba and Synthetic. Those are the 6 coins I like. KUSAMA and Aave may look more like more expensive coins to you, but remember, you don't have to buy the whole coin at $700. You can buy less of the coin. Polygon and Cardano, I believe, could get to $3, and KUSAMA and Aave, I believe, could get to $700. Now, let's go in and talk about how to find the bottom on your respective coin. This is what you need to know, is that there are going to be moments in the next 5 days in which coins will go up. And they may post a positive day. They may post 10% up, or they may just regain losses and then go flat for the day, as what's happening right at the moment for Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're just trying to cut their losses and come out flat to the day. What I want you to know is that just going up, 3 or 4% and trimming losses from early in the day is not a pop. It's not a pump. I really. Sometimes I want to express myself, and it's sort of right now. I can't stand that expression, pump. I just think it's ridiculous. There's some YouTubers saying, oh, there's a big pump coming. I feel it. I feel a big pump coming. It's just sort of ridiculous. Where you inherently feel something coming on. It just sounds so weird. I feel a pump coming on. I don't want you to feel pumps coming on. That's not how people invest. They don't feel like Ford is going to go up 50,000. I just feel it. I don't know why. Well, guess what? We're not getting into our feelings here. Maybe on another video, but not on this channel. We're not getting our feelings here. We're getting into the charts, and we're going to get into the charts starting right now. I want you to understand where this market is going and where it's going. But first, I want you to understand how to understand where your coin may go to reach a bottom before we're at the bottom. First, we have not reached the bottom, in my opinion. Second, we can go much worse, in my opinion. Third, if you see a coin like even a Bitcoin that is trading now up from how bad it was the last 24 hours, don't be so anxious to get in. One of the very, very simple things is people see things starting to trend up after a very bad situation. And then they say, oh, now's the time. It's going up. Well, guess what? It can go up for 10 minutes and then it can go right back down and stay down far worse. So here's an example. Down, 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 down. Oh, then it goes up. Oh my God, now it's the time to buy. Oh my God, it's going up. And then it goes a lot worse. So don't just see that there's these pumps, as that horrible expression says, that there's a pump and I'm pumped up for it to go up. No. You should absolutely be pleasant and comfortable with missing the opportunity of $1 or $2 to make sure that it really is regaining traction, that is coming out of a bottom, rather than thinking you got it exactly at the bottom. All right, so let's look at, for example, a chart like this, which is Cardano. I want you to understand how we determine where a bottom is on a coin. Cardano is currently at $1.35 tonight. What you need to do with your coin, and I'm using Cardano as an example, is you need to look out at the 1-year chart to see where your coin ran up the mountain. Mountain is an expression I refer to refer to starting to run. The mountain's over here. It started to run up the mountain. Now I'm very tight I'm at a 1-year chart, and clearly the coin Cardano has not come all the way down the mountain. That's a good signal, but it has lost a lot of gains in here. So as you look at that chart, where is Cardano in its downturn on the other side of the mountain? Well, it started its ride up the mountain at 34 cents on January 30th, but it reached its current levels at about April 26 at 130. So where we are right now is Cardano's ride up the mountain on April 26. So the next thing you could do is, in finding that April 26 level, which with my mouse, let me show it to you. It's right about here. It's right about here. So the next thing is to wonder, could it go lower? And if it went lower, then we count out 4 or 5 days earlier, April 20th or an April 18th. Let's see, going down the mountain just a few days, where we land on our price point. Well, at that point, we are sub 70 cents. We're 70 cents, we're 80 cents. So could Cardano get far below $1.35? Could it break $1? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I want you to understand that that is an example of how you can track your coin. Next, let me jump into this chart, which shows you, I think this is Bitcoin. So on this chart, it's important to understand that there are some people that are talking about that coins always come back. And I've seen that expression with some people online today, and I want to address that statement. One person I know who's actually a friend of mine on Twitter said, I see people cry. This person said, I see people crying about coins and that they always come back. Well, here, what's actually, and the person was referring to Bitcoin. I want to use this coin as an example. Here is an example of that. If you look back here, and the friend was referring to this spot in coin history. The person said that eventually the coins have lost value before, and they eventually come back. Here's the problem: they don't eventually come back right away. This coin took several years before it ever regained its spot from back here. So let's look over at that chart. If you rode this coin to its first hill back here, and then you didn't cash out, and you held, and you went all the way back to where you bought it at and lost your value, or let's say you held it, then guess how long you have to hold it till it goes back to that same spot? 3 years. So what I want you to understand is that a friend of mine, a reality star, was on social media today talking about how Bitcoin had lost its value once before and eventually came back. Well, the problem is that it didn't come back for a very long time. Bitcoin, let's pull up the chart. Bitcoin went to $19,000 in 2017 and then went all the way down to $8,000. Guess how long it took Bitcoin to get back to 19,000? Nearly 2.5 years. So what I want you to understand, I'm not saying that today's losses will take 2.5 years to regain, but investments do not regain their traction that quickly. What's important to understand is a lot of people are thinking that everything goes down and everything goes up. That is absolutely categorically incorrect. There is a lot of investments out there, whether it's stocks or whether it's coins, that once they reach a beautiful high number and then they crash, some of them take many years to regain those numbers. In the case of Bitcoin, after its last crash, it took 2.5 years to get back to that number. 2.5 years. So it means you would have to hold the coin for 2.5 years to get your money back. No one wants to do that. No one wants to have an investment that is down or flat for 2.5 years when you could have put it into something else and made you 4% return. Or you could have bought Pepsi or Home Depot or Amazon or, Facebook, and you could have gotten 30% or 50% return on your money. No one wants to have a position that is down for 2.5 years or takes 2.5 years to regain. So the notion that everything comes back right away is absolutely a fallacy. It's a fallacy in coins, and it's a fallacy in equities as well. So let's go into the split screen right now to see where coins are going right now and to understand how this market may look in the next few days and understand if we're going to reach that bottom. I'm in coinmarketcap.com on the split screen. Join me if you're watching at home or at the office. Let's start with the top coins on market capitalization. My messaging to you is the following. First, coins are ranked based upon market capitalization first with price, and then they have a 24-hour change and a 7-day change. Do not look at the 24-hour change for a few days. Why? Because coins are down so much. So you may see 8% up for the day and say, oh, it's a major pump. That horrible expression again. It's a major pump. I'm very excited. No, because you're down 75%. Well, it's positive. We're heading in the right direction. No, because you could be up 8% in the morning and down 12% in the afternoon. And we've seen that with coins on Saturday. So Bitcoin is currently at 34,000. It is under our warning signal of 35,000. It is down for the 7-day, of course. Ethereum is at 2,100. It was down as low as 1,700. Again, my concern with Ethereum is that it continues to go down 5-8%. Even before this market crash, it was down day after day after day. Bitcoin is now negative 2021. This is a very important message. When you look at cryptocurrency, the notion of cryptocurrency, or at least the attraction for it, for a lot of investors, is thinking that you're going to make a lot more money faster in cryptocurrency than the stock market. Well, what happens when you look at Bitcoin, where it's actually not cash, where it's actually not positive for 2021? It is not. It is now negative for 2021. Ethereum, which is, it's losing 5% of its value every single day, week after week. This is not the type of investing people like. People don't like something that is literally down week after week. Let's look at the year to date for Ethereum. Ethereum started the year at 735, but it was at 1,100 by January 13th. By the late January, it was at 1,400. Imagine we got to 1,700 today. So Ethereum is almost testing its 2001 lows, meaning it may be cash negative if it has one more slide down 5-10% again tomorrow or the next day. These aren't good indicators. Not reason to get in just yet. Cardano was no less than a week ago. I was at a restaurant and I heard not less than 3 tables talking about Cardano. So how is Cardano looking year to date? Year to date, Cardano is currently at its levels from March 8th, which was, and so how much lower could it get? Well, the next stop would be generally its February levels. Its February levels were about 43 cents, and at $1.32 now, that's scary. That's scary. Understand, a coin that goes up fast can go down fast. So imagine if you're at $1.30 and you say, oh, I'm really excited. I think I'm going to get Cardano. And then it just drops further down the hill from where it came up. Its next drop could be 43 cents. So that shows you the situation. Dogecoin. Oh my God. I don't know what is the fascination of being fans of a coin. It's if you want to wear T-shirts about Dogecoin and put stuffed dolls in your bedroom for Dogecoin, that's fine. But to sit back and say, I have a feeling it's going to go to 60 cents. I have a feeling we're going to make a lot of money. Have a look at the chart and then tell me if you still have that feeling. From March 8th till now, Dogecoin has been straight down. I mean, March 8th is not just yesterday. March 8th, we're almost to June 8th. So that's April, May, June. That's 3 months. We're almost 3 months of downtrending on Doge, and you have a feeling that it's going to pop. I have a feeling there's a major pump, and I have a feeling that Elon is going to tie it to the Tesla, and I have a feeling good. But look at the chart. I don't know why people do this to themselves. If you want to be a fan, great, wear a T-shirt and put a stuffed doll in your bedroom. But boy, it was 71 cents on May 8th. Guess what it is now? It is 34 cents. And guess how low it could go? I have a Doge chart for you. Let me, I think the Doge chart, I don't remember, but I have a Doge chart here for you somewhere. And what I want to tell you is that it just continues to get worse. There is no signal that suggests that Doge is getting better. 31 cents. Where could Doge go next? Well, if you look out, the last time it touched 31 cents, it was mid-April. So where was the next stop for Doge before 31 cents coming up the mountain? About 16 cents. And then before that, about 13 cents. So could Doge go to 16 cents, 24 cents in the next 7 days? Too risky. It really is too risky. Understand, when you buy something that's downtrending, if you buy something at 31 cents and then it goes to 18 cents, you're not making money. There was someone in the overnight chat last night that said something like, it's down, so buy more positions to offset your losses. No. Now you have more positions. Now you have more position in the coin that continues to lose money. Here's an example. That statement made no sense. Here's an example. Let's say you bought Doge at 40 cents and now you're down 10 cents. Okay, I'll buy at 31 cents and then it goes to 28 cents. Okay, I'll buy some more at 27 cents. And then it goes to 24 cents. Okay, I'll buy some more at 24 cents. All your positions are losing money. You keep on putting more money into something that's losing. That's not how, that makes no sense. You're losing money progressively. Don't do that. That makes absolutely no sense. Let's go out to the next coins on the chart. So brings us to a Stellar. Stellar down 12%, down 49%. Solana, which many had thought, some analysts had appeared on broadcast news, said Solana is the exit strategy out of Bitcoin. Get into Solana out of Bitcoin. No, Solana is at freeform. So Solana right now, tonight, which looked like a wonderful coin, is at $25. When was the last time it reached $25? Early April. No, it's early April. I mean, that's not good. So how much lower could Solana go? Well, this is how you do it. Look at the mountain. It's coming down the mountain on the other side. Where was the last time it was at 20 at this price point? Mid-April. So what was the next step below that coming up on the mountain? It was about $19, April 2nd. So could Solana drop to those April 2nd levels? It's potential. And imagine going from $25 to $20. I think that's about 25% loss of your money. Yeah, don't think that something is cheap that you lose less money. If you buy something that's $25 and it goes to $20, you just lost 20%, approximately 20% of the value of your investment. Don't do it. Let's go down the chart, following still more on coins. Polygon, which continues to get pummeled, but how is Polygon doing tonight? So Polygon is right now at, where is it on the 1 day? So on the 1 day, Polygon right now is it's a 109 right now. It got as low as, you ready for this? 78 cents. Oh my goodness. So Polygon got as low as 78 cents today. I don't care that it's up to 109. The night is early, and we got a whole week ahead of us. When was the last time Polygon reached 109? It last reached 109 at about May 9th. So this is an example of a coin, which I said was excellent going into the crash. It has held its levels since May's lows. So this is a good outcome. This is a coin holding up relatively well after two crashes. It is not at February lows or March lows or April lows. It's just at May lows currently. But what could be next on the horizon? Could it go down to like a 72 cents? Sure, that would be April 27th lows. So you have a little bit less downside potentially with a Polygon because it's not testing April or May lows at the moment. It's not testing April, February lows at the moment. It's only testing May lows. And then we go to Aave. Aave is one of those coins that did not come out of the second crash well. Here's an example. Aave tonight is now below the first crash and the second crash levels, as most coins are. So how low is Aave in respect to how it's performed over the last 3 months? Aave is currently at January levels. Not good. So Aave is currently at its January levels. So what was next below that? Obviously, late January levels. Obviously, before that was early January levels, which was about 195. Aave is 286 right now. So that means Aave could still lose about 30 or 40% more. Boy, imagine choosing a coin you could be down 30% in your investment. That's just too risky. And that brings me to Shiba. Shiba has remained one of those, I feel a fist pump moments coins. Shiba is just a hot mess at this point. If you pull up Shiba's chart, where is Shiba right now? Shiba's currently at its levels from, let's see, Shiba's currently at its levels from about early May. And this is very troubling. Why? Because it's only had a positive run since early May. Here is Shiba. Shiba started its run around May 6th, went straight up, and then it's about here. So what's left for Shiba? Dropping to where it started the hill on the mountain, which was basically no value. So Shiba is just one breath away, one bleep away from no value. Very, very disconcerting. It has had literally a down day every single day for 3 weeks, just like Ethereum. So that is a scary situation, not a particularly a good position to go into. So with that, going into the evening, what should you know? What's important to understand is that when we're looking at coins, I want you to understand that you should not be impatient. First, you should not feel as though it's based upon emotional reaction. Second. Third, I really, really wish you would just zone out this sort of narrative of, I feel it's going to be good. I just have a sense. That's not how investing is. That's gambling. That's gambling. If you have a feeling that the horse is going to do well, then you have no idea why the horse may do well. The horse will do well because it's a it's a muddy track, and you know that horse always outperforms in muddy tracks. I just have a feeling it's going to do well. You don't invest based upon feelings. You don't invest based upon Ford, your feeling on Ford. I have a feeling that Apple's going to have a good quarter. No, you don't invest based upon feelings. You invest based upon indicators. And cryptocurrency is different than equities. We do not have analyst reports. We do not have earnings reports. We do not have company-specific reports or company CEOs giving us informational interviews on a regular basis so we know why is Solana down, why is Polygon down. We don't have that. So what do we have? We have charts. In the case of cryptocurrency, you have charts. You don't have earnings reports for companies. So the chart is your entire hourglass, your entire vision into where a coin may go. And what do the charts show you? That you have to first start with the 3-month chart or year-to-date chart or lifetime chart, because we have coins that went up a hill and went down a hill. The coins are on the downside of the hill right now. Are they at the bottom of the hill? No. Are they close to the bottom of the hill? In some cases, they are. Are they substantially down the hill? Absolutely. So what is the bottom? But for all extensive purposes, the bottom is their run before they went up the hill. So if a coin went up the hill and it's nearly down here, it's nearly at the bottom. The bottom is the bottom of the hill. That it will have lost its entire gains of this entire run when it went up a hill. That's the first thing. The second thing is, could it still get worse? Absolutely. Moreover, what's the other worry? Here's the other worry. There's actually two major worries, which is if a coin gets to the bottom of the hill and basically goes right back to where it was in February or January before it had a run, then how long will it be until it goes back up a hill? It may not go up back up a hill for a while. It may not go up till later this year. It may not go up for 6 months. It may not go up to next year. So you don't know where that run is just yet. And if you want to risk it by thinking, I want to be the first one in case that hill happens, well, you could also lose that money because ultimately you jumped in hoping you're at the bottom and thinking, I have a feeling we're going back up the hill right away. And then 3 months come and the hill is not formulated again. We're still flat. 6 months, we're still flat. You don't want to jump in. There's no race to the finish line because you can give up $1 or $2, $3 of profit to make sure we're at the bottom before you know you get in. That's how you deal with it simply. Moreover, what's important to understand is that those two warning signals are still there. And Bitcoin is under 35,000. Ethereum is under 2,500. And As Ethereum loses 3 to 6% every single day, that's not a good indication of how this market is. Until Ethereum starts to get some resistance level, meaning it holds up, it stops to lose money every single day, then you got to worry that this market's going to get worse. Number two, until Bitcoin goes cash positive in 2021, where people are in May and June up from where they were in January, then you got to worry about the market. Number three, I'm very worried about broadcast media, because what are they going to say? They're going to say, hey, Bitcoin is down, Ethereum is down, they're showing no resistance. They continue they have not turned a positive return this year. Why are people in cryptocurrency? It's basically being all bad news. And whether or not you are in those two coins, your coin will suffer that impact across the board. And finally, yeah, this is very important. I don't like risks where I cannot assess the risk. And I cannot assess the risks coming out of the People's Republic of China. I think it's very troubling. What is going to be the next news statement from China? They release one, the market crashes. They release another, the market crashes. Do you think maybe they enjoy the market crashing because they don't like cryptocurrency? They don't want it. They want it to end. They want it out of their territory. But do you think they like the fact that they can control how the market goes down because they release a news statement? And moreover, if they release another news statement, how severe will the next news statement be? It could potentially say something along the lines of all altcoins, including all altcoins, are banned from mining in China. If that's the case, imagine how bad the market's going to take the hit. If you look at the progression of these statements of the Chinese government, they're getting worse. And so the question is if there's going to be another statement. They've already given us a signal in that last sentence, the second sentence of the last statement, that they're going to do things to protect their citizens. So they already have given us a vision that there's going to be another news statement coming out. So if there's another news statement coming out, folks, we're going down some more. I mean, that's about as obvious as you could see. But we can't gauge the risk because no one knows what they're doing to the industry with these news statements, what the next news statement will be. So here's what I recommend for you. I'd recommend for you to look at Ethereum and Bitcoin and watch and see if one of the two continue to stay under their benchmarks. If they do, don't go in. 35,000 for Bit, Ethereum 2,500. The market could get far worse if these benchmarks still remain in place. Second, look at your coins run up the mountain. If your coin or the coin you're interested in buying, if your coin ran up the mountain very quickly and is now coming down the other side of the mountain, where does that line up onto where it ran up? And understand what could be the next step down. Understand what the next step down is and what that price point is, because that could potentially be the next point. Finally, use these downtime markets to understand which coins may be the best to get into going forward. Ultimately, we are far from over. And with that, I appreciate all your support and encouragement. Make sure you subscribe. This is LA, the only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week financial news channel. 3 shows per day. Crypto mornings at 9:30 a.m., crypto evenings at 7 p.m., and then our overnight live feed. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers in 1 year for a reason, a YouTube record. Next up, 1 million, so make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful evening, and stay with LA for more.